Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fire speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build this spaceship. It's gonna have 8 cabins for the crew, a deck, a storage / cargo unit, and lots and lots of other different things to explore. So without further ado, let's get into building. Here we are in the realm of magic, which is the secret hidden magical world if you have the Realm of Magic gameplay pack. I chose this lot. It is the Magic HQ lot, also the only lot in this secret world basically, that has space in the background, a little bit of space. And I thought, hey, since we now got the Journey to Batuu gameplay pack and it is Star Wars, I thought we probably gonna get lots and lots of spaceship stuff, and we did. So I thought, hey, let's get going. I always wanted to do another spaceship. I did one before, like years ago, and sadly, back in the days, that video got deleted, but here's another edition, also way more beautiful than the original one, so I'm quite happy I could do this. This took me about, I think, 3 weeks. I can't tell you how many hours. I would say it's about 40 hours, I guess, a 40-hour build. And it took me 3 weeks because there has been lots and lots of stuff going on with work and with my apartment and with other stuff. So I only had a couple of hours every day to do this here. And yeah, I will try to do my best to show you every little step, but I had to heavily cut this video because 30 hours of course, continuous speed build is a little bit too much. So we have to cut out a little bit of things. But here you could already see that I raised a platform upstairs, way up with a foundation tool. So I could later delete that said foundation, and it is a flying house / spaceship. And we also use a lot of the eave trick, the roof eave trick. So if you have a roof and you extend the eaves, your Sims can walk under it, and here I use it a lot for having these curved and round windows, of course, for the front deck, for the bridge, and also later for the quarters, for the cabins of the crew. And this took me a while to figure out how my spaceship actually, is going to look like. I wanted it to be kind of roundish, as every spaceship is, but since we all know we have to build on existing floors, or in this case flying foundations / platforms, it is a little bit hard to make it round under the ship, but I could make this happen with concave and convex roofing basically. So this is the whole trick here. We're gonna use this quite a lot. If you want me to do a short little tutorial how to do this, then let me know. Maybe you can already see what I've done here in the video, I'm not sure, but if not, then let me know and I will do like a short little 5-minute tutorial for this. And basically it's just me placing down lots and lots of different roofs and, making them round, making them half round, making them, I don't know, some weird shapes to get this round look of the spaceship, and later on also to have this kind of more, I would say, ergonomically friendly, is that a thing? Look of the whole ship, because I wanted it to be a little bit more roundish and, cute a little bit. Because I thought the whole inspiration behind this is not necessarily Star Wars. I've asked you guys on Twitter multiple times what kind of ships you really like, so I looked them up. Basically all of them. Thank you so much for all your help. But in the end I went with the spaceships that I personally have fallen in love with, which is of course the Serenity from Firefly or the Sanctuary from Borderlands 3, these kinds of ships, and all of them are a little bit more junkyard, space junk kind of ships. So in the end, it all got to look a little bit more like, junk. A big piece of junk that is flying in space. So that was the whole idea behind it. And I also think because of Journey to Batuu, we got more stuff that doesn't look as polished. So in my opinion, that also fitted the whole theme here. so that in the end I could basically place so many of the Journey to Batuu decorations outside to make it look really like a spaceship, and that it's made out of different, you know, pieces and just, you know, thrown together kinda. And I liked how it all looked like. I especially love all the roundish pieces that we got because they fit so well to my round roofs that I used here all of the time. So yeah, it took me quite a lot of time to place all of these. And also it makes the look, since these are, I think, wall decorations, not pictures, they are not flats, and therefore we have a little bit more of depth and texture to the exterior as well, which in my opinion makes it look a little bit more, polished. I don't know how to explain it fully, but yeah, that was basically my whole idea of the exterior. It was a little bit more of trial and error all of the time. I placed down stuff, I placed down the roof, looked how I could swing it, like what kind of shape it has, and then I just doubled it to the other side and so on and so on. So since this was more of a trial and error thing, I can't really explain how that took along. Like the exterior took, in my opinion, most of the time of building. Yeah, I think so. But it was lots of fun, and this is also one of my builds that I'm super proud of, in my opinion. I also haven't seen so many people do a spaceship. I mean, there are a couple of them on the gallery, but they all have that whole thing that the floor is, you know, like the underside of the ship is quite flat, and I wanted to avoid this here. So yeah, in my opinion, I think it looks really cool. I'm really happy how it all turned out. The other idea why I'm building this is, let's just face it, I've played Among Us a little bit too much recently. And Among Us also takes place on a spaceship. And I thought, this is actually cool because now people can try to play Among Us with their Sims. I mean, we don't have a killer or something like that in The Sims, but maybe you could use a mod or something for that. And that was actually quite interesting as well, because all of the rooms that we have in the Among Us ships on the 3 different maps, I kind of wanted to do them here too, like at least half them. So we have a mixture of lots of pop culture spaceships here and yeah, the Among Us as well. So red is sus, you know, you can make a red alien and put that out there as well. I also created a crew on stream. By the way, I stream sometimes. It's twitch.tv/Simproved. You can subscribe there, or like I think it's called follow over there on the website, and maybe you catch me streaming. But yeah, basically on the stream we created together, you and me. We created a crew for that, so I knew how I'm gonna decorate the whole interior cabins and whatnot. You know, what kind of stuff we need and so on. So you can see me placing all of the roofs, which basically in the end I just could copy over and over, which was really helpful. And down under this really long corridor, that's basically the cargo bay of the ship, because I wanted it to be like more of a smuggler ship. And also, by the way, guys, this is all CC free, no custom content. By the way, I used, of course, all of the packs that I have, but this has, as always, as all of my builds, no custom content in it. And I hope that you like it, of course. Maybe it's inspiring for you. But yeah, the cargo bay basically has this sleeping pod from the Get Famous pack, which I never ever used in my whole life. Like, who uses that? But it has the sleeping pod just for the sole purpose. People who have watched Firefly may know, but yeah, there's this little sleeping pod there, so you can hide a little traveler in there. Maybe even a highly trained warrior with kind of like an autism issue. I don't know how to explain that character, but you know what I mean. It was actually lots of fun. There's also a little door, so theoretically, if the spaceship would land, they could enter the ship through the cargo bay, maybe. But yeah, since we had so many crates from Journey to Batuu, it was quite easy to decorate it accordingly. And as always, I try to use lots and lots of Journey to Batuu, but of course we're gonna use lots and lots of other different packs as well. The most prominent ones here are of course Get to Work because of the scientist career, Strangerville again because of the secret lab in Strangerville, and of course, like I said, Journey to Batuu. So these are the three most prominent packs in that whole build here. Here we are on the bridge. The bridge is basically divided into upper deck and lower deck. The upper deck has the hologram table from Journey to Batuu, which is to use to set the course basically. And the lower deck has this huge microscope because it looks as if the sim is, you know, flying the ship as a pilot when they use it. It's also all usable, by the way, guys. So I really hope that you like it. I've play tested the hell out of this build because I wanted to make sure that you teleport your sims up on deck with the teleporting cheat. And then later you can earn money from the ship, and you know, you can kind of pretend that they're all on this spaceship, you know, lost in space or whatever. Here we are in the community area of the whole ship, which is divided to a kitchen bar, a little gardening area for the crops and the plants that they're gonna eat and maybe even sell. There are even going to be lots and lots of these plants in there later because I found a big room on the gallery where someone already put in all of the plants that we have in the game. And I, of course, chose all of these that are selling for a lot of money so that you can make a lot of money through gardening. And then we have a little living room area with a built-in aquarium, of course. I hope so that you guys all gonna fill it with lionfishes, of course, right? Like, you know that this is like a must now. All praise the lionfish lord. And on the other side, there is this little booth that from Uga's Cantina? Oh my god, I should know that. But yeah, that we have from the Journey to Batuu pack, so they can eat there as well. Because I rather have a little dining area as well. Here we are on the upper deck of the bridge, which has, like I said, the hologram table, holodeck table. I don't know what it is called, and a little video creator, a streaming table, I think it's called, from Get Famous. So your sims can also make money through being an influencer or streamer or something like that. And behind the upper deck we have the tech room, which has the 6M portal. So you can, sims, if you have the Get to Work pack, can directly visit 6M from there, and the cloning mat, because that also makes you a lot of money. If you have some collectibles that are very valuable, you can just clone them and then sell them again. So yeah, I really wanted to have lots and lots of activities here, so that your sims are never bored, since they can't leave the ship, but theoretically can't leave the ship, if you know what I mean. They are on board for so many days and maybe even weeks, so I wanted them to be able to survive in there. However, I haven't, of course, play tested it, you know, playing it for weeks of sims in the game. So you guys have to download this and tell me if it's working. In my opinion, it is working. I like theoretically. So here we are in the crew cabin quarters. This is the first one I did. It's the med bay and also the doctor's cabin. You can also, of course, delete the bed later, his sleeping bed, and put like another operating table or something like this there. Because downstairs, we have still 2 cabin crew quarters, that's what it is, left, that are only sparely decorated because I ran out of crew. My crew had a cat, which therefore of course doesn't have a quarter, and an AI, which was basically a ghost. The ghost was the AI that lives on the ship as well. So doesn't need the ghost don't need like a bed as well, so I didn't have a quarter for that. So this is med bay. We have some potions on the wall to rejuvenate and make your sims immortal and whatnot. And of course a little operating table and like a mat table. and a little bed for the doctor to sleep in. And here we are on the captain's quarters. The captain is a very sophisticated man here, okay? He plays the violin. Some of you in Twitch said it would be super funny to have him play the organ, but the organ was really big. So yeah, sorry, but no space organ. Even though I would have loved that, but yeah, the cabin was just not big enough. I'm sorry. But he likes to read, and he has his models of different ships that he maybe has flown as a pilot before he became captain of this piece of junk. And of course he has like a little bit more, I don't know, different artifacts or something that he already got from his several, I don't know, heists or whatever. In my opinion, they all are smugglers or something like that, or space pirates. But this could also be like a ship, I don't know, for some other adventures. I don't know. You are the game players, guys. You can make up your own stories, right? But yeah, that was basically what I had in mind. It was like a big something of a Space Odyssey, Firefly, Borderlands, Tank Girl, and I don't know what, Star Trek, Star Wars, Alien as well. So yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff going on. And here the third quarter that I did was the one for what the Star Trek people would call a counselor or a xenolinguist. She is the sexy one who you take with you because she has the highest charisma skill, or he, I mean, I don't judge. And for the Firefly fans, maybe you would call them ambassadors, you know what I mean. So basically everything is red and very fluffy and poofy. And it is a very cozy space, very feminine in my opinion. I personally liked it. It is, of course, a little bit more inspired of, I don't know, 19th century French brothel, mixed with geisha, India, chic. Is that a thing? So yeah, it's a thing now. That's the whole theme of this whole cabin. So yeah, you get it. You get you get it, right? Like that's what I wanted to do. And I kind of already realized that I haven't been doing voiceovers for so long because I'm kind of out of the English language knowledge here sometimes again. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. It's still it's still booting. But yeah, basically there will be a little corner. You know, she has a sofa. They all have a bed. They all have a table, I think. Like every quarter has a table and a bed. And the same, I would say, wall decorations, just so that's kind of like the default interior of everything. But yeah, basically then I decorated them all individually for what kind of sim I wanted to live there. Here we are for the weapons expert. That's literally the only teenage girl I have in my whole crew, because I thought it would be super badass to be female and teenager. And she is the fighter of the whole, like she's the mercenary they hired to protect the whole crew. And she's also maybe a Sith. We don't know, but she's definitely a little bit more evil than the others are. But yeah, lots and lots of guns, the Sim freezing ray, and we have the guns from the Journey to Batuu pack, like lots of them. So I thought it's a little bit more Spartanic, a little bit more rough looking, the whole interior design here. Now we are moving downstairs, where there also are 4 little new crew cabins. This is for the plant sim, who is into gardening and cooking. So I merged the plant gardening sim crew, I don't know, member into the cook as well. I thought that goes really well together. So they have a whole planters there, some alien plants from the Strangerville pack, and of course lots and lots of other plants. I just thought maybe they also are from a very I don't know, green planet or something. You know what I mean. Next one is of course mechanic / pilot. Also 2 jobs on the crew that I merged together because we have lots. Look at this. We have so many robots and droids and like technical stuff, especially clutter with the Journey to Batuu pack, that I thought this is so easy to decorate almost. But yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff there, a little bit of booze. By the way, lots of them have booze in their quarters. I thought maybe they all like to drink, you know. We definitely need a little bit more juice up in here, and nectar and whatnot. And I just thought it would be, you know, kind of suiting for the whole vibe here. And yeah, what was left, basically the 2 left cabins are, you know, empty because I didn't have a crew member sim that I previously created for that. So you can actually, you know, do them how you please. I just put the bed in a little bit of more activities in there, so your sims have a little bit more variety. But basically there's so much stuff to do. We have robot stations, we have the streaming, we have lots and lots of PCs, we have, you know, lots and lots of stuff to do. And here we are on the top down view. If you want to rebuild this, it's really hard because lots of it is actually roofs. But yeah, here we are into the video tour as always, so you can have a little better look at everything. In my opinion, it looks super gorgeous. I couldn't take video panning shots that well because the camera was acting up on me, the Sims 4 camera. So sometimes there will be some screenshots, I'm sorry. But basically I tried to cover every angle of the whole ship so you can have a better look at everything. And I'm so happy how it turned out. Look how beautiful it is. It definitely doesn't even look like Sims anymore. And this is basically the highest goal. I don't know how to describe this properly. You know, to have, to do, if Sims don't even, if Simmers don't even recognize their own game, and that this is like fully only using The Sims 4 without any custom content. So yeah, this is basically what's possible if you get the Journey 2x2 pack. For those who are into gameplay, I highly suggest that you download this, play test this, and for those who love Let's Plays or something and have a YouTube channel or have a stream, please feel free to use this, you know, tag me somewhere on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I really want to see what kind of crew you create. I will also put the link to this, the download link to the spaceship, in the video description now for you. Down for you guys. There we go. And of course also the crew. I will also upload the crew so you can know what I came up with. Maybe it inspires you for your gameplay. And yeah, it is basically not 100 baby challenge, but maybe you do a 100 holocron challenge or something. I don't know. Something that is hard to get in The Sims. I don't even know that guy is because I never play the game. But yeah, I really like how it turns out. It definitely looks a little bit like space junk, but it got so many details and tiny little clutter items that it looks so lived in and has its own little story just as a background even. And yeah, I'm really happy about this. Like, I'm really happy how this all turned out and how cozy it actually looks, even though it's like all metal and I don't know, junk and crates and has smudges and whatnot. But I personally would definitely love to have something, you know, like that, like a little spaceship builder in The Sims. That would be so cool, and if you then could move it around, even cooler, of course. But yeah, maybe in Sims 5 we get finally a space pack that deserves the whole alien space theming, you know what I mean. So yeah, that is basically the whole build, guys. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you have, please make sure that you have the bell on, because then you only get also the notifications that I just uploaded a video. And since I don't upload that regularly, that sometimes happens that I get lost in your subscription box. But yeah, that's basically the whole build, guys. Please feel free to ask me any questions about it in the comments down below, and also leave your suggestions for future builds in the comments down below. I will try to answer and read them all. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!